remarks by Honourable Judge Kofi Nfojoh. Before I invite him to mount the podium, kindly permit me to read a brief profile about him. Honourable Judge Kofi Nfojoh is a Ghanaian politician who served as a Member of Parliament in the 4th and 5th Parliaments of the 4th Republic of Ghana. He represented the whole Central Constituency on behalf of the National Democratic Congress. He was born on the 21st September 1946. He hails from Sokode, Badbele, a town in the Volta region of Ghana. He obtained his postgraduate diploma in communication studies from the University of Ghana in 1986. I'm very sure some of you were not born by then, and myself. And certificate in public relations from the university, from Frank Jeffkins School of Public Relations in London. He is a journalist and an advertiser. He worked with AGC Limited in Obuasi from 1987 to 1997. He was the district chief executive of Ho District from 1997 to 2001. He is a retired captain who worked with the Public Relations Department of the Ghana Armed Forces, and he was also the press liaison officer, press secretary of the Armed Forces Revolutionary Council, AFRC, and also the Provisional National Defense Council, PNDC governments in 1979 and 31st December 1981, respectively. Honourable members, I now invite to the podium our guest of honor, Honourable Judge Kofi Nfojoh, former MP for Ho Central.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I pray you arrange another time for me to meet you as young people so I can put some fire through you. Because as young people, the future is yours. And you can become anything you want to be. Nobody is born at this, and so he goes that way. You can be anything, but you can become what you want to be. You can start as a laborer, but you can become the biggest millionaire in town. It depends on your determination, your honesty, and boldness. I came to Ho in 1997 when a woman came to plead that I should leave my work in the gold mine in Obuasi and come here as a district chief executive. I looked at her, a relative, leave my job here in the gold mine as public relations, senior public relations manager, and come to Ho as DCE. Well, when I asked my family, they said, Daddy, you've done a lot. If your hometown people want you back, why don't you go? Just make sure they give you a bungalow with a big lawn. Because in Obuasi, in the gold mine, we're enjoying a very big lawn. So I had to come. Before then, I had served in the army. And before the army, I was a journalist. In fact, I graduated as a journalist 50 years ago from the Ghana Institute of Journalism. Yeah, so the other time I was passing, I said, hey, I remember I was here 50 years ago. So I went there and had a bottle of what? A bottle of what? No, I'm not so spoiled. A bottle of Fanta. Yes, if I drink, there'll be trouble, so I don't drink. Yes, I was born here in Bankwe. So when the Bankwe people hear you say, I'm from Sokode, they'll fight you. My father is from Sokode. My mother is from Bankwe, but I was born and bred here. So I was like any of you, born here, you know. Anytime I was coming to this part of town, I was warned not to come to Dome. Don't go to Dome. You know. So I grew up here and went out sought my education, and finally came back here. So me, when I came to Ho, it was like a dream fulfilled. I was telling you the other day that even this building, I had a word. Yes, when they were building it. You remember? I said, no, until certain things were done, I wouldn't be happy. So those things were done. That's about electric cables. You know, I said the cables were, yes, the high tension was too close to the building. So if they didn't pass it through the ground, I wouldn't. And then it happened. I had so much power here in Ho as a district chief executive. Yes. And everybody thought I brought some magic. Because wherever you were, I saw you. I knew what was happening in town. I went everywhere. Those who were fond of, excuse me, defecating in the gutters, before you were aware, I was there. I said, Loe, you have to collect it. You will collect it. People said I forced them to use their hands. No, I did force them to use their bare hands. I said, you could use your handkerchief. You could find some polythene bag around and do it, but I will stand over you and you will collect it. But why do you have to do that? Why do you have to do that? I had to fire on trucks, smuggling timber. 1 a.m. I had to get down with my AK, fire from behind 30 meters, and I got the front tires. I did all this just to bring about sanity. When I came, there was no sanity at all. Ho was like a lawless place, no man's land. People did whatever they liked. But then I was close to being a youth. Because now I'm not a youth anymore, according to your definition. Yes, but when I came here, I was close to being a youth. So I had the energy to do everything. And today, I'm not surprised that the district assembly, which I headed here, has come back, you know, by resolution to take me back to the assembly as a member. Yes. As an ex-official member, I'll be among them, I'll deliberate with them, I'll advise them, but I don't have voting rights. You see, you people have great opportunities. I had the opportunity of being a young pioneer, Nkrumah's young pioneer, when I was very young. So I don't know whether that molded my being, my behavior. You know, but you have a great opportunity to have a platform like what you have. And you are still young and you can learn. And you can be truthful to yourselves. All that you need in this world is sincerity, truthfulness, good friendship. That's all. Anything short of that, you are not yourself. God sent us to the world, you know, to love each other and to work together. So if you don't work for the other's well-being, then you are not productive. I believe with the education you have, you should be able to take up any ventures. Any ventures. These days, I see people doing all kinds of things. I'm not surprised that even university students are using their fees, you know, to trade. Yeah, try anything, you know, that yields something. But please, just make sure that you don't go too far, because you need a degree, you need a qualification. When I was invited to this podium, I was expecting to see just a few people. I thought it was virtual. But I've seen a lot of you leaving whatever you were doing to be here. And I don't want to take the sail out of the guest speakers' wings. So I don't want to say much. That's why I'm saying that give me the opportunity to come here to meet you once more and make it a bigger forum so that the other day when the assembly invited me, most of them hadn't met me before, but they heard the work I did here in Ho. So they invited me to address them. It took 2 hours. And after that, it was a standing ovation. And they agreed that I should come back as a member of the assembly. So I want to meet you, you know, when you have all the time. It's now past 4, and I can see some of you, you know, wriggling in your seats. So I will thank you very much for inviting me to your forum. The Youth Parliament is a very bright concept, and I have seen the seriousness you've put in this. And I am prepared, you know, to assist you, to be with you all the time, to give you the best of advice, and to help mold you. And to help mold you for the future. I have done how many jobs? I've been a teacher, I've been a journalist, I've been a soldier, I've been a gold miner, I've been a DC, I've been everything. And now you can see society, I'm giving some back. When you were mentioning, when you were mentioning that he hadn't added everything, you also forgot that I was a council member of the whole technical university. So I thank you all for inviting me here and for these great experiences. My good friend, the DC, is here. I'm very happy to see a young person like you in this position. And I hope from now, he and I are going to get closer, you know, to see what he can do for his village. If he invites me to that place, I'll come. It was on the way to your place that my car got burnt. Yes, that was 2 years ago. Yes, on the hills. My beautiful Ford Explorer got burnt to ashes. Yes. Yeah. So now when I'm coming, I'll come through here. I won't come through the hills. Yeah. So thank you all very much.
Thank you very much, Honourable. I'm so happy to hear from you, and I want to assure you that we'll create more platforms to have you, and as you have availed yourself, we would make good use of that and learn from you. We are very young, and we don't take your presence, and all our fathers who have come here, we don't take your presence for a joke. I want to assure you that is why our people have marshaled, and the auditorium is full. We don't take your presence for joke. And whenever you are free, you want more opportunity to speak to us, we'll create that. So thank you so much, Honourable. We'll have you, I'll deliberate with you, and then we'll have you, whether you want it physical or virtual, we'll have you again to speak to us, for us to learn more. Thank you so much, Honourable George Kofi Nfojoh, Captain, former MP for Ho Central, for your commemorative remarks. Honourable members,